I want that. But I don't have that. So I am going to take apart pallets. Ta-da! So here I'm on the floor. Leave a comment with how many days you think are between the introduction and now. Behind me are a bunch of pallets and a skid, which are slightly different things. They use the same parts, but they're slightly different. I'll just quickly explain those for you right now. These thin boards are called slats. These thick boards are called striggers. This is a skid, because it has no boards on the bottom. This is a pallet, because it does have boards on the bottom. This is a block pallet, because it has boards on the bottom and blocks in the middle. So before you gather your pallets or your skids, you want to check the side of the strigger and make sure that you have this stamp on it that has, I'll just use both hands. The camera's on a tripod, so there's no reason for my hand to be there anyways. You just want to check the side for a stamp that has this H and a T on it. It stands for heat treated, which means it's like put into an oven and baked to make sure that any bacteria or anything growing in it is dead. If it says MB, that's like methyl bromide or something. You don't want to touch that. That causes cancer. Just stay away from it. Just leave those around alone. Don't even burn those, because like the smoke, you breathe that in, it's bad for you. It's just all around bad. Just stay away from them. There are many ways of taking apart a pallet. You can use a reciprocating saw like this with a metal blade on the end, and you slip the blade right here between the board and the strigger, and you just cut right through the nails. I don't like doing that because it leaves the nails inside, the bits of the nails inside the strigger, and you either have to dig those out or just leave them. And if you're going to put this, you're going to cut this with a saw afterward, you're going to have to make sure you are very careful that you don't cut through one of your nails or you'll ruin your saw. Another method is using a jigsaw or a circular saw, and you just cut right along here between the strigger and the board, and then you just pry it all off afterward. I also don't like doing that because it leaves this little tiny bit right across up here that you have to pry off yourself afterward, which just kind of sucks. My favorite method of tearing apart a pallet is with the power of smashing using a sledgehammer and some wood. This seems like a good angle to film at. Okay. So, a bit of safety first. You're gonna need some safety glasses and these earmuff things to protect your hearing. Alright, here's a better filming angle for this. Take your boards of wood, and you slide them underneath here. You have to make absolute certain that the boards are not, that this board here in the middle is only underneath one of them. So if it's touching even like a little bit here or a little bit underneath here, it's just going to break a chunk of the wood right off. You take a sledgehammer and a board of wood like this, and you line it up here, and you make sure you're not touching this board of wood here behind it, only here on the strigger. And then you put this sledgehammer on the top of it, and you hammer down. Let's get to it. All right, round two. I've added some weights to the back of this skid just to stop it from popping back up. And then you just do that all the way around. And that's how you take apart a pallet. After you've hammered all around, I've only done the one board, just for this demonstration. Once you've popped them all up, use a pry bar like this, or a hammer. You just stick it under here, pull up, and the board comes loose. After that, just take a regular old hammer, tap the nails, flip it over, just pull the nails out. If the nails get stuck, you can use a piece of wood like this, and it helps pull the nails straight out. Be sure to collect the nails afterward and put them somewhere. You don't want these just rolling around on the floor and stepping on them. So, that's all the steps required to take apart a pallet. Although I personally prefer using some old YouTube magic. YouTube magic. How to use magic in videos. They fake it. If your pallet boards are dirty, you can clean them using a handy-dandy belt sander, like so.